Hello, good morning everyone. This is Priyanka here from TradeSmart Online. So, in today's webinar, we are going to learn about some special order types. The order types are cover order, bracket order, and the stop loss. Firstly, before moving further, I would request you that if you can hear my voice and you can see my screen, kindly type yes in the chat window so that we can move further. If you all can hear my voice and can see my screen clearly, so please type yes in the chat window so that we can move further. As I can see, Mr. Shashi has written yes. Thank you for the reply, Mr. Shashi. So, hope all our viewers are able to hear my voice and can see my screen. So, let's move further and let's see that how cover order window work in the Nest Trader software. So to get the cover order window, you have to use Shift F1 from your laptop. So this is the cover order window. Firstly, a cover order window is a window where you can enter two prices. The prices, one is of buying and another one is your stop loss. So if in case you are not in front of a system, you do not have to worry about your stop loss. System will execute your orders at market rate. Here, So this is the cover order window where you can enter your buying price and your stop loss. Firstly, hence today market is closed. We will be getting all the examples with the rupees 100 so that to get the concepts very clear. So here, suppose I wish to buy a particular script at rupees 100, I'll be entering over here as price 100. This is my buying price. Before entering buying price, you have to look at order type. The order types are limit and the market. In the limit window, you can enter your own buying price, and in the market, system will not allow you to enter your own price, but system will execute your orders at current market rate. So if in case you want to enter your own price, you have to go with the order type limit. Once you entered limit over there, you have to use you have to enter your price, that is rupees 100, and then, as I said before, a cover order is two-leg order where you can enter your stop loss also. So here you have to enter your stop loss. Say for example, you can bear a loss of rupees 10. So here you have to enter 90 as your stop loss. Before entering your stop loss, just make sure that your stop loss is within predefined range. When the market will be open, you will get a range in this box where you can enter your stop loss price. So in the cover order, I have to enter my buying price, my order type, and my stop loss. Once done with this, you can simply click on submit and then enter. And this is how a cover order works. Just a second, everyone. So it was all about the cover order window, and let's see the features of the bracket order. To get the window of bracket order, you have to use Shift F3 from your laptop. So in the bracket order, a basic difference between the cover order and the bracket order is, in the bracket order, you can enter three prices, that is your buying price, your target, as well your stop loss. So if in case you are not in front of a system, you do not have to worry about your targets and your stop loss. System will execute your orders on behalf of you. Let's start with the order type. In the order type, here you will get only one order type, that is limit. So in the bracket order, you have to enter your buying price. Say for example, the market is going on 101 and you wish to buy a particular script at rupees 100. You can enter your own buying price over here, and here you have to enter your quantity. And this is LTP, ATP. So among these windows, you do not have to make any changes. Let it be by default as LTP. And LTP stands for last traded price, whereas ATP stands for average traded price. And here you do not have to make any changes. So done with the my buying price, let's move further to a target price. In the target, for example, you have a information that particular script will go up to 130 rupees. So in the bracket order, you can enter your profit margin over here. Again, I am repeating that in the bracket order, you have to enter your profit margin over here. So here, as I said, you will get a profit of rupees 30. So my profit margin will be of 30 rupees. Here, you do not have to make any, you do not have to enter any buying price or any selling price. You just have to enter your target, that is your profit margin. As I can see, Mr. Yadav has asked in the chat window that whether in the bracket order we can use a stop loss. Sorry to say, Mr. Yadav, but in the bracket order window, you can just use a order type of limit. So you have to buy a particular script by using a limit order type. Hope the doubts of Mr. Yadav has been clear. So let's see the features of the bracket order. And now, in the bracket order, there are two small terms, that is absolute and ticks. Here, absolute stands for rupees and tick stands for paise. If in case you have entered 30, so system will consider it as 30 rupees. So here, 1 means 1 rupee. And in the case of ticks, 1 stands for 0.05 paise. Again, in the case of ticks, 1 is equal to 0.05 paise. So to avoid the complications of the ticks, you can use absolute over here, and you can enter your profit margin in the window, and you can move further. So your buying price and your target, just make sure that you have chosen absolute over here. Let's move further to the stop loss window. Again, in the stop loss, you do not have to make any changes in LTP and ATP. Let it be by default as LTP, last traded price. And here again, absolute and ticks. Absolute stands for rupees, as I said before, and in this window you have to enter your stop loss. Say for an example, you can bear a loss of rupees 10. So as you did in the profit margin window, you have to enter a loss that you can bear from the market. So here you have to enter a difference and not an actual market price. So I'll be entering over here as rupees 10 because I can bear a loss of rupees 10. So my buying price as rupees 100, my target as 130. So that's why I have written a 30 over here. Let it be it as absolute, and then my stop loss is absolute again, and my 10 rupees that I can bear from the market. Again, there is a small window of a trailing stop loss where you can enter. I mean, if you enter one over here, let's see how it works. In the trailing stop loss, firstly it is optional window. So even if you are using first time the bracket order window and you are not aware of how trailing stop loss works, you can keep it as blank. So a trailing stop loss helps you to move your stop loss in the market. For example, buying the rate currently move to 100 to 101, and if you have entered 1 in the place of trading stop loss, your stop loss will also move in the market. Hope this is clear to all our viewers. And once done with the order type, that is limit, once done with the buying price, your target, and your stop loss, you can move further. Once done with this, you can click on submit. So hope the cover order and the bracket order window is clear to all our viewers. In case if you have any doubts or queries, you can share your doubts in the chat window so that I can answer your questions. And if everyone is clear with the video, I mean in the explanation given, so they can type yes in the chat window so that I can move further to stop loss. So once hence we have done with the cover order and bracket order, let's move forward to the stop loss window. To get the stop loss window in the Nest software, you have to use Shift F1. Sorry, it was F1 for the buy bracket order entry where you will get your stop loss, the order type. So in the order type, there are four options given: the limit, market, stop loss, and stop loss market. In the case of buying window, limit stands for to buy a particular script below market rate. As I can see, Mr. Sujit Das has raised a question that he faced an issue in the placing decimal prices during option writing. Don't worry, Mr. Sujit. We'll answer your questions once we finish the explanation of the stop loss. And Mr. Anup has raised a question about the charges of cover and bracket order. Well, Mr. Anup, there are no charges for using cover and bracket order, but you get an extra exposures using cover order and bracket order. You will be surprised that you get exposures up to 30 times in the cover and bracket order. So if you are clear with the cover order and bracket order, you can get the extra exposures using these order types. Don't worry, Mr. Suji. We'll answer your questions once we finish with the stop loss. So in the buy order entry, the limit stands for to buy a particular script below market rate. The market stands for if in case you wish to buy a particular script at market rate, and to buy a particular script above market rate, you can go with the order type stop loss and stop loss market. Yes, if you have a strategy that if rate reaches to 105 and then only it will reach to 130, in that case you can use stop loss. So how it works: in the stop loss you have to enter two prices. One is your own price. As I said, for example, you wish to buy a particular script at 105. So here you have to enter 105. In the place of trigger price, you have to enter your trigger. So can you all please tell me that how prices move in the market? Say it will move from 100 to 101, then 101 to 102, 103, 104, right? And then it will move to 105. So to trigger my this 105 rate, I have to enter a price little bit below than 105. So here I'll be entering my rate as 104. So in the market, once rate reaches to 104, my order will get triggered in the market, and between 104 to 105, our order will get executed in the market. Hope this window is clear to all our viewers. And in case if you have any doubts or queries, you can raise your questions in the chat window so that I can answer your questions, or else we'll move further. Hence, there are no questions in the chat window. So let's move forward to the sell stop loss. So to get the sell window, you have to use F2 from your laptop. So this is the sell order window. And in the order type, you will get an option of stop loss. In the case of selling, to sell your script above market rate, you can use limit. To sell your script at market rate, you can go with the order type market. And to sell your script below market rate, that is to prevent yourself by loss, you can use order type as stop loss. Here again you have to enter two prices. One will be your actual stop loss and one will be your actual trigger price. So for example, you have bought a particular script at rupees 100 and you wish to sell a particular script at rupees say 90. So here you have to enter your stop loss as 90. To trigger this price, you have to enter a trigger price. In case of selling, if market is going down, so the rates will be falling, right? The rates will come from 100 to 99, 99 to 98, and then 95, 94, likewise. So in the market, my rate, the rate of 91 will first come in the market, right? So here you have to enter 91 as a trigger to trigger your order, and 90 will be your stop loss. So in between this range, your order will get executed in the market. Once done with your stop loss, you can hit submit, and that's it. In the order type, there is one more stop loss, that is SLM. It is same as the stop loss window, but in the case of stop loss market, you do not have to enter any any range, but here you just have to enter your own price, that is one price of trigger. So for example, you have to enter your trigger price is 91. So any rate which comes after 91, your order will get executed at that particular rate. In case market is volatile, you are not sure about any range, you can go with the order type as SLM. So hope the order types of cover order, bracket order, and the stop loss market is clear to all our viewers. In case if you have any doubts or queries, you can raise your doubts in the chat window. So we will be here to answer your questions. As Mr. Sujit has a doubt regarding the bracket order ticks window, let's answer his question and let's see how ticks works. So to get the bracket order window, you have to use Shift F3 from your laptop, and this is the bracket order window. Mr. Sujit, here you have to enter your buying price as rupees 100. In case you are using ticks over here, so just make sure that you are entering your prices as per your calculations, because one tick stand for 0.05 paise, and then you have to multiply your profit with this range so that you will get your profit. And in case you are find it complicate, you can go with the absolute, and you can enter your different that in rupees, say 30 or 10 or 1. So here 1 rupee stands for 1 absolute, and in the case of ticks, 1 is equal to 0.05 paise. Hope Mr. Sujit has clear his doubts now with this example. In case if you have any doubts or queries, you can raise your question in the chat window. And Mr. Anoop has raised the question of, is BO is like MIS? Yes, Mr. Anoop, a bracket order is an MIS order where you can get the exposures up to 30 times. But in MIS order, you have to enter your buying price in one window and then you can enter your selling price. But in the case of bracket order, you are allowed to enter your buying price, your selling price, and your stop loss. So if in case you are not in front of a system, Mr. Anoop, you can use the bracket order window. As I can see, there are no questions. So in case if you have, if anyone have any doubts or queries, they can raise your doubts in the chat window so that I can answer the your questions, or else we will end up this webinar. So I'll be waiting over here for your questions, everyone. So kindly raise your questions in the chat window so that I can answer your queries. Hello, Mr. Reddy. If in case if you have any doubts or queries, you can raise your questions through chat window so that I can answer your queries. Mr. Reddy, we are waiting for your questions. So, if in case if you have any doubts or queries, you can raise your questions, or any of the viewer, if he has any doubts, please raise your questions in the chat window so that I can answer your questions. Thank you for your reply, Mr. Reddy. As no one has any doubts or queries, so I'll be ending this webinar. In case any of you have any doubts, you can raise your queries through the email us on support@vnsfin.com, or else you can give us a call back to our support team so that we can help you out there over there. So thank you for watching this webinar, everyone. Have a great day.